Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in to our Thursday embroidery check-in. I hope y'all are having a good evening as you're coming in. If you're watching the replay, please type in hashtag replay and let me know where you're coming in from. Y'all, my name is Latasha Jackson. I am the owner and operator at So Fervent Embroidery. I hope y'all are ready for some learning tonight, y'all. Thank you all for coming in. Hey, 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 thank you for coming in. And Miss Gigi is saying hi. You listening to me on a long drive to Impressionist Expo in California. Awesome. That's awesome. You be careful out there. Miss Andrea Craig is saying hello. Hey, Miss Andrea Craig. Thank you for coming in. All righty. So as you all are coming in, I want to go ahead and just get started because I didn't really do I didn't prepare my fabric and things for tonight. So I want to go ahead and grab my iron because I don't have my heat press tonight. Things kind of been moved around. So I just wanted to go ahead and add my heat and bundle to the back of the fabric that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and get my things for that. And as everybody's coming in, y'all let me know where you're coming in from. Hello, Pretty Eyes Covington. I didn't miss this live. Awesome. I'm glad to see you. It's been a minute. I'm just moving around a little bit to try to get my fabric prepared for tonight because I didn't do that. Let me grab my iron. The good thing about this heat and bond, you can use your heat press or you can use an iron. And I have this little iron here, and actually I have two of them. Don't judge me when I tell y'all why I have two. I don't know if y'all can see that color on the bottom of there. Can y'all see where it's kind of discolored? This is my iron for ironing colored stuff, okay? So anything that's dark, this is what I use. I have another one just like this that I use just for white material. So that's the reason why I have two of these. Because I just kind of worry that sometimes if you're using this, the one with the color on it was kind of discolored, that it'll transfer that to your white fabric. So that's the reason why I use two. All righty, y'all. Okay, so I need some zippers here. And I don't know if I showed y'all this the last time. I want to say, yeah, but I'm going to show you again. But this is the heat and bond light. When I purchased it by the bulk because it was on sale. And I actually purchased two of them. So it's been a while since I purchased any. Let me show you what the other one looks like. I think I have a small one here. Let's see, where is it? You know, I don't have it because now I'm thinking about it. I had a little small one when I first started using heat and bond, but then I used it. Then I started using this because I don't see it. Excuse me. Pretty Eyes Covington said I don't feel guilty now because I have 3 mini irons. Oh, so you understand, right? Yeah, I have two of them. Hey, Miss Nina Stitching Styles. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so just kind of tilt y'all down here. Just trying to show you what I'm doing. Because when I say treat the fabric, I know that sounds weird, right? But it's just, I'm adding a heat and bond onto the back of the fabric. Normally, I try to go ahead and do this before we get started, but I didn't get to it tonight. So, and this is the fabric that I'm going to be using. So, I want to go ahead and prepare my fabric. And I already stitched out one of these similar to it. I'm just stepping away to grab, to measure, measure roughly how tall my fabric needs to be. All right, so my letters are a little over 3 inches. So I'm probably going to cut this at 3.5, maybe 5 inches. I'm not sure. I just want to be sure that I don't cut it too short. Okay, so I got a mess here. Okay, so let's see here. And let me just bring the other shirt over here. Just a sample, well, somewhat of a sample that I did, just kind of messing around with this. Okay, that's about 10 inches. So let's see what we're working with here. So that's maybe about 16, 18 inches. So know that this is long enough from left to right here. And I'm gonna cut it about maybe about 5 inches. And Miss Nina Stitching Styles is asking, what am I making tonight? Tonight I'm doing a mama shirt, but it says Autism Mama on it, you know, because I think we tend to forget about them. So I just wanted to do that design. And tonight I'm gonna take y'all into Sew What Pro is what I plan to do. Hope that everything goes as planned. Just to show the design to you all and the breakdown of the design. So that's what I'm working on tonight, because I know everybody been doing these mama shirts with the applique. Now, another thing that is hot right now is the mama shirts, the applique, but they're using the heat transfer vinyl. They're using the glitter, so that's hot right now. I don't really know all the rules about the heat transfer vinyl, so I'm gonna stay away from that for right now. So I don't want to teach y'all or tell y'all to do things the wrong way. So I'm gonna stick with what I know. We're old school over here. We're gonna stick with the fabric, okay? So that's what we're working on. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this about, well, with this edge here, I'm just go about 6 inches just to be on the safe side. And I'll just cut here. Probably gonna be a little bit more. I'm just cutting off some fabric off of this piece that I have for my applique. And I hope I'm not wearing y'all out on applique. I love doing applique, y'all. I know y'all can tell by now. And again, I try to focus more on technique over here. We're not in a rush to get things done. We just try to work on technique. Because to me, I think if you get the techniques down, you can do anything you want to do as far as embroidery. As long as you learn like the basics. And that's what I plan to do over here. Try to do something that's fun, not something that's in order, you know. Okay, so I just cut a piece of fabric here. And it's the Autism fabric here. So I'm gonna, and I'm using one of the small mini ironing boards here, but I got trust issues. Y'all know I tell y'all that all the time, right? And the reason why I'm saying I have trust issues is because I worry about this heat and bond getting on. Like if I finish this project and then I start another one, and then after I press it, I found out that, oh shucks, it's got adhesive on it from another project. So I don't want to mess up anything. So I just take a little sheet and throw on there. And I always inspect it to make sure there is no heat and bond, no kind of adhesive anywhere on it. And this is a sheet that stays in my shop. It doesn't go in my house. This is just for out here. And I know that sounds weird, but I have I work out of a shed, the utility sheds that you see where your bombing is like an empty shell. Everything in here, me and my husband did ourselves. So that's when I say out here, because it's outside of my home, but right in the front of my home. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my iron to go ahead and press the fabric first. Yes, Nina Stitching Style says she loves applique. Miss Andrea says she loves it. Thank y'all. Because I'm like, I know I'm weighing them out over here on it with this applique. So I'm going to just stand up right here. Let me see, make sure it's measurement, because I like to cut it a little sharp. So 6 inches, that should be fine, because the letters are just a little bit over 3 inches. All right, so I'm just stand up here and plug that in while that heats up. And when you're doing heat and bond, you want to make sure that there's no water in there. And because you don't want to use steam when you're applying this to your fabric. So while that's heating up, we'll go ahead and cut a piece of this to go underneath the fabric. And what I'm trying to aim to do, like my fabric, I try to aim to cut it, the adhesive just a tiny bit shorter than the fabric. That way the adhesive don't get onto anything. I hope that makes sense. And let me see, turn this around. Now work with me as I'm trying to get y'all these angles. Hopefully I'll be able to get another camera or something soon to be able to get y'all some better angles here. This is another piece from another project. So just kind of give it like a rough cut to start with. And then I'll be sure to check it just to be sure that's a little smaller. I said the design was 10, and that's still plenty right there. Okay, just stand up here. Now, I'm in this left hand trying to work it out over here. You gotta remember that iron is sitting there because it gets hot really fast. And let the little sides of it fool you. It gets hot real fast. Okay, so put this away. And I just want to cut this down to size. And I hope this is helpful, y'all, because this is the main step that I wish I knew when I first started doing applique. Because I couldn't understand why my fabric was fraying and doing any and everything it wanted to do on its own. I didn't understand it. So, and then I know I'm showing you all how I apply it, but on the packaging, it's got very easy to understand directions on there too. So cut this just a little shorter than my fabric. Let's see if I get it right. I'm just trying to hold it here and cut it. Hello, Baby Giant Services. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I'm gonna cut it first, and then I'll show y'all what I was trying to focus on here. Okay, let's see. Cut off just a little bit more on this side and the other side. I'm going to cut that little piece off because it's got a little rip in it. I don't want that adhesive to get on something else. So it's not going to be straight. Man, this hand, this left hand. Work it out. Okay, there we go. So, and it's not perfect. Far from it, my goodness. Okay, so as long as it's about a little over 3 inches, I'm fine. Yeah, so that'll work. Okay, so this is what I was saying. See how I left around the top of the paper there and around the bottom? I like to cut my adhesive, the heat and bond, a little smaller just to be sure that my adhesive, that it doesn't get onto anything else. And with this adhesive, this is the papery side, and then the other side, it feels kind of bumpy. That's the adhesive. So first I want to, hey, Miss Rhonda, you're saying good night, everyone. Hello, Latasha. Hey, thank you for coming in. You're leaving? Thank you for coming in, though. So I'm checking, see if this is hot. And I just want to press the fabric first to get the wrinkles out of it. And yes, you can do this with a heat press if you have that. The heat press is not here tonight. So got all the wrinkles out of it. Okay. So you want to lay your fabric pretty sides down. And then with your heat and bond, the papery side is up. The adhesive is going to be down. And that's going to end up being on the back of your fabric that you're going to applique with. And the pretty sides down. Ugly side against adhesive. I hope that makes sense, y'all. So you can use your iron onto that, but I'm gonna see if I have a piece of butcher paper or something over here. I have a piece of butcher paper, and this will protect your iron from that adhesive. So here we go. So I'm just gonna iron on top of it, and I don't remember how many seconds it says. But you just want to activate the adhesive. It said it on the back of there, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like getting it. Forgive me, y'all. So I hope this is helpful, you all. Me showing you this part of it. Hope y'all getting some value over here. Kind of move on me. Just kind of going over section by section. You remember, you want to do this with no steam. And I'm gonna move my butcher paper up a tad bit because it didn't cover the whole area of the heat and bind. Just to catch the end of this here. Okay, so let's put this to the side and see if I put it. Okay, so looks like it is adhered to it. Let me iron this just a little bit more. Okay, so okay. All right, so it's stuck on there. I'm gonna let this cool for just a few seconds, and then after that cools, then you'll pull that paper off the back. So let me get the ironing board and everything put away, and while that cool off. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I want to take, I want to take y'all, thank y'all for hanging out. So I just want to go over that. And now it's cool enough now. So remember, when you're doing this, to be sure to remove your paper. So you just move it like so. Just kind of whip a little. And let me show you something here. So this is the part where I did not add any, right? That's my other piece of fabric. This is a piece that has been done. I don't know if y'all can see the shine on it. Oh, I thought I seen it at first. You see that glare? That's the adhesive on there. Can y'all see that glare? I hope y'all can see it. But that's how it looks after you adhere that to the back. So let's put this to the side, guys. And have you done any designs from Creative Applique? I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have. Miss Andrea Rhodes is saying yes, awesome. Okay, I'm not sure if I have. I'm not familiar. Don't hold me to it because I get designs for different places. Okay, so now I want to go to the design, y'all. I'm gonna share my screen in just a moment. Let me try and get it pulled up. Excuse me. There's my I need to adjust my air conditioner. I'm in my heater. Okay, so I'm just trying to pull a design up, you all. One moment, guys. Let's see here. And I wanted to show y'all the design. Since I'm doing it, I wanted to just show you all how I will take and make some changes to the design inside of my editing software. So that's why I'm mainly trying to pull this up for you all. And trying to get my editing software pulled up. I use So What Pro, but I'm pretty sure whatever type of editing software that you have, I'm pretty sure you can kind of apply what I'm saying to your editing software. But the only thing I'm familiar with is So What Pro. Thank y'all for y'all patience as well. And I hope what I'm about to show y'all is helpful. So let's see here. Okay. All right. So let me see how to share my screen. Okay. So Miss Andrea said you're a pro. No, I'm not a pro, Miss Andrea. I try to get what I need to get done. No, I can figure it out. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. I need to find my remote to my heater is cold now. I'm gonna settle down some. I don't see it. Oh, there it is, right there, sitting right on side of me. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me share my screen. Okay, first, I want to show y'all where I got the design from. Okay. Okay, so this is the design is actually from Creative Fabrica up here at the top on the left. That's from Creative Fabrica. And the reason why I'm using this, I used a design by this digitizer before, and it stitched out really nicely. And I just want to show y'all one of the other designs that I did by this designer. So let's see here. Let me see if I can share my screen here again. Okay. And I'm still learning this software, y'all. This StreamYard. Okay, so I want to just show y'all this. This is, and I hope y'all can see that. This is just, I'm just taking you all to my TikTok to show you the other design that I did by them. And this is why I'm recommending this file or this designer, because I like the way that this one stitched out. The ground that she prayed will cover us till we meet up. Okay, so were y'all able to see that video? Because I just want to show y'all the design that I'm doing tonight is by that same digitizer. Were y'all able to see that TikTok video? Let me know if you can see that. That came out nice. Okay, thank you. So y'all can see it. Okay, so and again, I'm choosing this same digitizer because I like the way it came out. Awesome. Thank you, Nina Stitches Style, for letting me know. And what is the word on the top? It's the word on top of mama was praying mama. I don't think I have a picture of it. It's praying mama on the top of the one that I just showed you the video of. But this one here that I'm going to do tonight, let me try to see if I can share my screen again. Thank y'all for being patient with me as I'm trying to learn how to use this. Okay, so share my screen again. This one, it says Autism Mom, because I think being able to add that word, it doesn't eliminate them, you know, it includes them as well. And I know it's not autism time of the year, but still, everybody else getting mama shirts, they can get one too, right? So it's just something that kind of spoke to me, and I felt like that's something I wanted to do. And another thing, I don't know if you all heard, if you came in after I said it, but the mama designs right now, another thing that's hot right now is using a heat transfer vinyl. the glitter heat transfer vinyl. That's something that's hot right now. So if y'all are familiar with heat transfer vinyl, give that a try, because it looks like it's really easy. You just pull the heat transfer vinyl off versus having to cut around like the fabric like I'll do tonight. So let's stop sharing here. And now I want to take y'all to my editing software to show you the design in the editing software and what I did different with it, and tell you why I did what I did to it. I hope this is helpful, y'all. Let me know if this is helpful for you all. Baby Giant Services. Yes, she loved the TikTok music. Thank you. Thank you. That really spoke to me. That shirt that I did, it was for my mother-in-law, and she's a praying lady, y'all. And I know we don't really talk about religion, but honey, look, when you know, you know. So I hope I don't offend anybody. If I do apologize. But I know where my help come from. So let me share my screen again here. And let me see if I have the right file pulled up here. And I'm going to turn it around. Okay, so this is the first file. Let me try to move it around so y'all can see what's going on with it. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so, and again, I use Sew Up Pro, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to explain this well enough that if you use a different editing software, I hope I explain it well enough for you to understand why I changed the design up, y'all. I hope this is helpful for y'all. Okay, so I'm trying to click back and forth. Okay, so if you notice my thread colors over here to the right, where you see the blue, the light blue, and the blue-green number 3 over to the right. Okay, so the first thread, it shows autism and the heart, and then it shows the placement stitches for mama, right? And then after it sews that, it goes to thread number 2. This thread number 2 is the tack down. So after one sews with autism and it does a placement for mama, after that, you'll put your fabric down and then it'll sew the tack down stitch, okay? So after it sews the tack down stitch, then it sews number 3. That's the finishing stitch or the satin stitch, right? Okay, so this is how it came from the designer. I know there are some beginners in here, and the reason why I changed it is, let me show you why. Let's see here. And I hope that y'all understand. I hope I'm not going too much into it. Just want to make sure that you get it because, that's the way that I learn, So let me change the hoop size here. Oh, it stopped sharing. Let me go back here, y'all. Let me go back. Okay. Okay, so this is the design that I made some edits to it. And so the first thread color, if you notice this is the one from Creative Fabrica. Over to the right, you'll see the 3 thread colors, right? And I made some edits. This is the one that I made the edits to. It now has 6 thread colors. And the reason why I did that, so at first it's going to sew autism and it's going to sew the placement stitch for mama, the whole word. And then for a beginner, I think putting the fabric down for the whole word mama, to me, I think it's too close together to try to cut around. So for a beginner, I would suggest, and it's just a suggestion, y'all, I would separate mama as far as the tack down stitches, okay? So I did autism and the placement stitch for Mom for the first thread color. The second thread color is the tack down for the first M on the left here. The third one is the second M. So I kind of skip letters to be sure that you had enough room to cut around. Okay, so I would do the placement, the tack down stitch for the first M, and then the second M. And then I'll take it off the machine and cut around both M's. Okay, and after I do that, I'll put it back on the machine. It'll sew the tack down for the first A, and then the second A. I'll take it off the machine, cut around both of the A's, and then I'll place it back on the machine for it to do the finishing stitch or the satin stitch. So I hope that part is helpful for you. And again, for beginners, I think the letter is just too close to cut around. But again, I'm recommending this file because I think it's a nice file, right? So let me stop sharing. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, just going back over here to the comments. So y'all, let me know in the comments if that was helpful for you and if you understand the reason why I did that. I hope that was helpful for y'all. And I'm still going to do the stitch out tonight, but I just wanted to let you know that if you choose to do this file, and it is an affiliate link, I recommend it because I believe it's a good design, right? And I will get a little kickback. You know, it's not much, but I wanted to show y'all how to design when it comes from Creative Fabrica. It's all those letters together. I have done it like that before, and it's fine. But as a beginner, trying to make sure you don't get discouraged as far as doing the applique when you're doing it. I just showed you how you can break it up and do letter by letter until you get more familiar with cutting around the applique. So again, the file from Creative Fabrica, all of it's going to stitch at one time. You have to cut everything at one time, put it on the machine. But I broke it down. I took it to my editing software and broke down Mama to do letter by letter. That way I'm able to take it off and have a little bit more room to cut around. So I hope y'all understand that. Let me know if you understand why I did that. Okay, so I'm just going to catch up on some of the comments here. Okay. And what's the word on top? Okay, it's praying on the top. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. I see what she answered that too. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. And Baby Giant Services. Yes, she loved the TikTok and the music. Thank you. And Miss Anderson, yes, I think that was for It's Okay as far as what I was showing them. Baby Giant Services is saying, it is still awesome. My son has been deemed slightly autistic, and so far he's doing great. Great. I'm glad to hear that he's doing good. And that's the reason why I chose to do this too, because you see all these mama shirts and very relatable and customized for different people. But I'm like, what about them? You know, they need something too to represent their story as well, right? So yes, Miss Nina Stitching Styles is saying HTV is very easy to use. Awesome. So Miss Nina, if you embroider as well, that would be awesome to try that out because I've seen the way they rip it off. It's like, oh my goodness, that's so easy. But I'm not familiar with all the ins and outs as far as the temperature, the pressure, and all that good stuff, which I know if you have HTV, I'm pretty sure there's directions on it. But I know it's still kind of trial and error, you know. So right now I'm gonna stick with what I know, and that's using fabric. I know how to tell my customer how to take care of it, but I don't know about the HTV, so I don't want to mislead them, you know. But it looks really nice though, y'all. It's hot right now. Okay, so Andrea, it is okay. Yes, very helpful. Thank y'all, because I know I go a long way with a lot of stuff. So I'm glad that this is helpful for y'all. Okay, and Sanderson, yes, amen, awesome. Okay, and Pretty House Covered in is saying, you're so right, when you know, right, that part, that part. Hello, Crafty Puerto Rican, thank you, Wanda, for coming in. And Betty, Miss Betty saying, hello, thank you for coming in, Miss Betty. Miss Eva Marie Talbert is saying, hello, everyone. Hey, thank you for coming in as well. Miss Z, the amazing. Hello, Miss D. Thank you for coming in as well. Miss Z the amazing. Thank you for coming in. Nice idea, Miss Rhonda is saying. Miss Andrea saying how. Okay, how do you separate them on What Pro? Okay, so I just kind of went through that. I hope that was helpful for you because that's what I use. I do use What Pro, and again, I hope that going through that, if you have a different editing software, I'm hoping that I explained it enough so you can relate to it in your own software if y'all have a different one. Okay. Yes, it was. It makes it easier to handle the fabric. Yes, yes. And you're cutting. Awesome. Yes, very helpful. Thank y'all. Helpful. I love the design. Awesome, awesome. I understand the reason I don't know how to separate them letter by letter. Okay. I added that in there, Miss Andrea. Hopefully you can go back and watch that. And I get what you're saying, Miss Andrea. That went over my head. 1 second. I'll back up and go over it in What Pro. I'll go back. Okay, so yes, that is clear. Yes, details and matter and information matters. Awesome. What is the size of the design? Let me answer that first, and then Miss Andrea, I'll go back and show you that. I'm sorry because it totally went over my head just there, but I'm gonna go back and go to it. So the design size. Let's go back here. I need to pull it back up to see what size that is. Okay, so this is the sizes that it comes in. Over to the left there, because I know y'all, I don't know if y'all can really see my mouse there, but my mouse pointer. Over to the side, it's 3.5 by 6. It's a little over 4 inches by 7, 4.65 by 8. And the one that I'm using is 5.82 by 10. That's the one I'm gonna use tonight. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so let me go back to What Pro. Thank you for asking that too, because I wouldn't understand what you was asking first. Okay, so let me go back and share my screen. Thank you for that, because I totally overlooked that part. Let's see here. Okay, so I hope y'all can see that. Let me know. Okay, so I'm back in What Pro, y'all. So here, okay, this is going to take a little bit of time here, but I'm going to show you how to do that. And again, I don't know if y'all can see my mouse, so I'm going to try to point y'all in the direction of where I'm heading to before I click. Okay, so this is the tack down. So this is thread number 2 that I want to split, right? So I'll go to edit over here on the left, and you want to just go down and go to split pattern. Okay, and then you'll click split pattern, and I like to make it a little bigger, but I'm gonna just show you how to do one of the letters, but then you'll have to go through Mama and do letter by letter. Okay, so over here to the left, you'll see file, rotation, lettering, and then you want to go to cut pattern. Okay, you'll click there. And then the object is to isolate the letters. Okay, so I'm going to draw like a circle around those letters. Okay, so with each click, it's going to drop a dot there, and it draws a line. See the dot there? And then the object is to go between both letters. And I like to blow it up some so I can see. 1 second, y'all. My phone is ringing. Just a moment, y'all. All right, y'all, sorry about that. I have a college age daughter, so she was calling. I had to take care of that call, but thank y'all for your patience. Okay, so let's get back over here. So I was saying I normally try to blow it up. That way I can see. That way to make sure that I don't run into the other letter. So you just continue dropping your dots there. And the object is to make sure that the straight line there, your placement of the tack down stitch, you want to be sure that you don't cross those because you don't want to end up cutting that. Okay. I'm gonna zoom back out some. And just FYI, my frame is too small for this design. I should have changed it. Oh, look at here. So the object is, let me change this hoop size. That's why it keeps kicking me off. Let me see if this changes it. Okay, so I'm gonna start that over. Okay, because it's, if you see the lines up there, it's gonna cut autism, and I don't want to do that. And it did that because I changed the hoop size. No problem. We're just gonna undo it. So I'm gonna close it, and that's gonna erase everything. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so want to go to edit, split pattern, over to the left up here. And then I want to highlight the thread that I need to cut, which is number 2. So I'll just, you see that first dot up there? Just draw your dotted line here. And I like to blow it up. That way I can see to be sure that I'm not cutting anything that I don't want to cut. So I'll just go down between here. Okay, and I'm gonna make it smaller so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, and just continue drawing your line around there. Okay, so now that I'm done, I isolated the M. I want to cut this up and make another thread color for it. So then I want to go to back over here to the left to cut pattern. Over to the left. Okay, I want to click there. And then I want to go down to cut and save all. You see that option right there? Cut and save all. So I'm going to click there. And then that creates another thread color for that. Okay, now it moves it down to the bottom. So you'll have to do that for each one of them. And then you have to reorder them to make sure it stitches out in the right way. Okay, so this is a satin stitch, number 3. When the part that I cut, it added that to the bottom. Okay, so you just want to do, let me see, I just want to tell you the shortcut to do it. Okay, so to move this up, to order it, to make sure it stitches out first, like you want the M to stitch the tack down first for you to be able to cut around it. You want to hit Shift, and you want to click the number that you want to move. And I want it to go up at the top there. So then you have Autism, and then you have Mama, the tack down stitch for the first thread color. And then that's where I moved up the M that's by itself. And then I'll go back here, and you'll open up your cutting tool again up under edit, and do each letter like that, and then just move it up to the right order. And just make sure your satin stitch is the last stitch. That's your finishing stitch. Okay. And remember to close out your cutting tool as well, because if you start to click on there, you see it starts to do the dots again. And you don't want that to happen if you're done with what all you're doing to it. So I'm going to hit close to close the cutting tool, and then that takes you back over there. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if that was helpful for you. Let's see. I hope that was up. Okay, so it was up. So Miss Andrea, let me know if that was helpful and if you understood what I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. Welcome back, y'all. So I'm going to go back and I want to read the comments, and then we're going to get to the machine, y'all. Okay, so, okay, show you how to separate it. Cutting is helpful. Love the design. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Did you say you're in a storage unit as your sewing area? Yes, I am. But when we purchased this storage unit, like the utility shed, I think is maybe what another name for it. It was just an empty shell. So everything that you see in here, me and my husband did all the work, the insulation, the sheet rocking. He built I have like little attics, I guess you would say, or it's just a shelf up there. So he did both of those. He did everything. This was an empty shell, y'all, when we first got this. So yes, it is a utility shed. Okay, so I'm not sharing screen. Oh goodness, I hope you're not sharing screens, not sharing. Yes, you can. We see the mouse. Okay. Taught me something tonight. Okay, so y'all was able to see it, right? So, oh my goodness, I went through all that and y'all didn't get it. Yes, taught you something tonight. Awesome, Miss Rhonda. Awesome, y'all. So I hope it's helpful, because I know I tend to go the long way, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and taught me something. Not that was before. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Rhonda. All right, so y'all, let me see. We're gonna get ready to go to the machine. I like to say that, y'all. Y'all know that by now, right? Okay, let me adjust my AC because I'm freezing out here today. It's cold. Okay. Whoop. All right, so first I want to go ahead. Let me get my thumb drive and save that. Yes, that was before we saw it the second time. Okay, great. That was helpful. I wrote my notes in my new perfect planner. Awesome, Miss Andrea. Awesome. And then with this, you can always come back and watch the replay, Okay, so I have my thumb drive here. Might have to, it's going to move y'all a little bit here. Excuse me. So I'm not going to share my screen this time, but I'm just going to go ahead and save my design to my software. And let's close this one. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and save this. Okay, so we got that saved. So let me get my thumb drive and go to the machine. Okay, safely remove it. Awesome. Okay, so got my design here. And hopefully at some point I'll be able to get a different camera to give y'all a different view, to get y'all closer like to the monitor on the machine, because I know y'all will like to probably see that too. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to the machine to go ahead and pull my design up, y'all. Let's see here. Okay, so the first thing I normally do, I always go ahead and choose my hoop, and I think I'm gonna use my 8 by, what is this, 8 by 13. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna use a hoop that's bigger than that. Well, let's see what size this here fits. Just a moment, y'all. I'm gonna use this the smaller one. This is the 8 by 13. Okay, so I choose hoop A, because I don't have this Mighty Hoop program in. But if I know if I choose hoop A, which is the largest hoop, I know that this will fit inside of my Mighty Hoop that I'm going to use. But you always trace, 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 though, okay? And I'm going to choose a hoop. It usually takes it and shift your design to the middle, okay? So next, I'm going to go ahead and put my colors in. And I'm going to do this on black. So I'm going to see what's on my machine. That's the color I'm going to use since this is very colorful, right? Okay, so I see that there's red on there. I'm just going to use my red thread. Let me make sure that it is threaded. That is 14. That's number 14. And it is threaded. So 14 it is. We're going to do red. So with this design, I can pretty much stitch everything the same color because you remember this autism and the placement stitch that's going to be red, and all my tack down and my satin stitch, everything's going to be red. So I'm just going to plug in red for everything, and that's number 14. Okay, so I know my first one is going to stitch autism, and it's going to do the placement for mom. So I want to do an offset there. I'm just going to put an offset for everything. So I can do an offset sometimes for the last thread. That way the hoop will shift out to me. Okay. So I did an offset for everything. And I always go back just to be sure that they saved. Okay, so that's good to go. And I'm going to check my bobbin. And my bobbin is low, so I'm going to go ahead and change my bobbin. And I just use the plastic pre-wound bobbins. I started out using the magnetic ones. My machine did not like them. So I stick with what my machine likes. So I'm going to go ahead and thread the bobbin, put the bobbin in there, changing the bobbin out. And something to note, if you ever drop your bobbin, it's probably just a good idea to just get rid of it. So with that being said, because it happens, it's a good idea to purchase you some to have on hand. That way you wouldn't have to wait if it was to happen. Okay, so go ahead and place that back in there. And I need to hoop my project here. And y'all, I talked to y'all last week about the cost of these sweatshirts. Last week I did a t-shirt, right? So this time I'm just going to use a piece of fabric. And this is what I usually do like samples on. It's just like a knit fabric. I usually buy it from Joann's, or you can buy, I want to say you can buy it from Hobby Lobby. I feel like the one at Hobby Lobby is a little thinner. But I usually buy this maybe like a yard or so. And this is what I'll stitch out my fabrics. It's like a t-shirt fabric. And also this is also what I use to make bibs sometimes too. The top layer is like that t-shirt type fabric. So, but I get like a yard and I'll just kind of cut it down to like sample sizes. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm just going over this design with y'all to show the design and to also like show the process of the applique while not wasting, like getting rid of a shirt, you know, because I wouldn't know who I would give the shirt to. So I'm not going to stitch it because sweatshirts, and do this on the sweatshirt, y'all, because sweatshirts are hot right now. The sweatshirts are not cheap. If I was doing it to sell, that's different, but not to just do a test on, right? So set this here. And tonight I'm just going to use, and I hope this fabric is big enough for this hoop. Okay, so again, this is the 8x13. Just going to cut a piece of stabilizer. I have to go the other way. Sorry for getting y'all on that side over there. And now I have the 8x9 hoop, and I do have the what do you call it? It's the product from Mighty Hoop that holds it's a backing holder. That's what it is. So if I was hooping a real project and I was using my 8x9, if I didn't need to use my hooping station, I would more than likely use a backing holder. Yeah, that's sold by Mighty Hoops. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this. And I hope I'm not taking too much time, y'all. I just really wanted to slow down and do some teaching. And I'm hoping that, again, this is helpful. You know, I just remember when I first started doing embroidery, I know how I learned, you know. Okay, so I'm going to use this to kind of get some of that off there. Hope this is large enough because I don't remember what the measurements was. And I'm using cutaway, and I would use cutaway on a sweatshirt if I was doing a sweatshirt. This look like this. You know, they always say there's no front or back to this. Now, anybody who's sold, let me know if I'm saying it right. As far as there's a front or back to the this knit fabric. Okay, so, and I'm not worried too much about not having a backing holder since this is just a test. It should be fine. Just lay everything flat. And so I think that's going to be good. And I know y'all heard me say I was thinking about maybe using the larger hoop. I find that using a larger hoop, bigger than this 8x13, as long as it fit inside your shirt and you have room to move as far as the arm of your machine, it should be fine. I know they usually say use the smallest hoop that your design can fit in. But I find it helpful using a larger hoop sometimes because with the applique, sometimes your scissors will stick to the magnetic hoop. So using a larger hoop for me, um, it gives you a little bit more room to move around to cut the applique. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hoop this. Got everything straightened out. I hope this is straight because I plan to use this like a, yeah. Okay, so let's go. Okay, y'all love these mighty hoops. See how easy that was? My goodness. So I got it hooped, and again, this is just a piece of fabric here. And let me turn y'all to the machine. Actually, let me catch up with the comments before I go to the machine. Thank y'all so much for being patient between trying to get better with how to figure the comments in without y'all waiting. I like to get started, because I already start so late at night. Okay, so Miss Veronica came in. Hey, Miss Veronica, thank you for coming in. Hit those likes, everyone. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Thank you, y'all. Y'all heard Miss Rhonda. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And Miss Andrea, she has the ultimate she shed. Oh, but there's some blood, sweat, and tears going on here because we live in the South and it gets hot. Oh, it gets hot here. So yes, it was some blood, sweat, and tears out here. I'm proud of it. It's not the perfect thing, but I'm proud of this workspace. I really am. So I know, right? I want one. I would go out there and disappear from everyone. Right, because it's like when I come out here, y'all, even though it's just a few steps in front of my house, maybe about 50 steps from my front door, it's crazy that when I walk out here, my mind start running with ideas when I come out here. And it's just because, I don't know, because it's just that workspace. But yes, I love being out here. And I work from home too, a telephone operator for a doctor's office. And we've been working from home ever since the initial shutdown of COVID. So with that being said, I don't get out a lot with people. So when I come out here, this is truly my outlet. So yes, I love it out here. Good idea. Awesome. Get your space. Awesome. Okay, so caught up with the comments. Thank y'all for being patient. So to the machine. So we're gonna, yes, a mental break. Awesome. Yeah, that is so true. This is just my outlet, y'all. Like really. So I really appreciate y'all coming in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this to the machine. The bobbin is ready to go. My arms are already out. And we're going on here. Make sure it catches under the notches. My arm is clear, nothing underneath there. So I want to check my placement. Okay. Okay. Now I check the placement without holding the needle first, and then I'll hold the needle down to check the placement. And I'm gonna do it again because again I use my first and second needle because I made the mistake and bent my presser foot on number one. So I do two needles. It's just gonna be tight trying to cut this. So just move it up a tad bit to see if I can get it closer to the top of the hoop. Trace that one more time. Okay, so it looks like we're good, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and start. Okay, let's go. All right, y'all. So that's gonna stitch. And let me see how many stitches that is, y'all. It's about 15,260 stitches. Yeah, I got it running real slow. I got no 600. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up some. So I'm running it at 800. It's currently saying is, let's start to speed back up now. But you know, it slows down throughout the design. Depends on what part of the design it's on. So but I put it up to 800. I'll go ahead and get my scissors. I'm gonna show another one that I did while that was stitching. This is a thing or two that I did like during the week here. This is my other one here. Okay, so I did the Praying Mama, the one that y'all seen on my TikTok, but I also did this one here. Which way it go? Wait a minute now, I can't get straight here. This is the other one that I did. Okay. And y'all have a logo. This is just an idea for you if you're running a business, whether it's embroidery, like HTV, whatever it is, if you have a logo of your own, because we do all our stuff in-house. This was heat transfer vinyl. This was done for me. Well, I was given instructions and I did it myself. So this is, I know y'all seen this shirt. You should be putting y'all logos on stuff. So this week, I just change it up because it's my logo. I can stitch it how I want to, right? So I did it in a different color because my colors are purple, gold, and silver. The large letters are usually in purple, and then the needle here is usually in silver, and then the words underneath are usually in gold. So I just want to do it all in silver this time. So that's just what I worked on this week. This is for a friend, a customer. So that's just what I worked on this week. I haven't really did much of anything. That red is pretty. Yeah. So what have you guys been working on? Just the stitching. Let me put this away. Really cold out here. Hey, Miss Larissa, thank you for coming in. Hello, happy Thursday to you as well. Alrighty, y'all have any questions? I'm diving into gift baskets and making a teacup basket for mom. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for you to post that after you give it to her. I would love to see that, Miss Rhonda. Yes, just trying something different. Awesome. I would love to see that. I'll be stalking your page. Yes, yes. It's exciting. Okay, I think I missed something up here. Make a stash out of what is left of t-shirts and made a mistake on. Mess up the front, cut and keep the back with samples. That's a great idea, Miss Andrea. That's a great idea. Because that's a lot of things that I stitch on too. Of clothes that my family is not wearing anymore. A lot of times they come out here to the shed and those are my sample pieces, the things that I stitch out samples on. But yeah, that is good. Miss Andrews working on onesies and bibs. Awesome. That's exciting. I love doing baby stuff, baby items too. Awesome. I've kept my boys' old shirts. Right. Right. I got like a chest of stuff out here. It's like for my samples, I'm not using new stuff. I'm just gonna use those, match it up with something close to what the product that I'm working on, try to find a similar type of fabric that I'm trying to stitch it on and test it that way. And that way it lets you know if you need to do any adjustments or anything like that. Y'all, that red is popping. That red is pretty, y'all. Y'all know how I get excited. I see this machine run. Right. Thank y'all for showing up every week for my shenanigans. I love it out here, y'all. Oh my God. I love talking about embroidery. I know y'all probably can tell. I love it. Okay, so it's already stitched out autism. Now it's stitching out the placement stitch for mama. That red is pretty. Just completed logos on 23 denim jackets. I cut up some old jeans to try the logo on. That's a great idea. Great idea. Great, great. Y'all, that red is pretty. Oh, good idea. All right. And y'all just, if you haven't done your own logo, do your own logo too. Get it digitized and do it on some different items for yourself, you know. Okay, I think it's on the last A now. And I should have cut this. Now I'm debating if I want to put it on one at a time, because if I cut it, I might not be able to line it up. You know what I mean? Like how this is going. So I think I'm gonna put it down there separately. And the way I broke it up for this other one here, because I used different types of fabric on this one. So that was good to break up the design. So that's good for that. But now when I'm using one fabric, excuse me, let me pick this up. It's fell over. So I think I'm gonna just use, maybe I'll just lay it down at one time. Let me think about it. Oh, that red is pretty. What do I want to do? I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down at one time, because with this being a printed like type fabric and you'll be able to tell when I'm laying it. I'm just going to go ahead and put it all down at one time. And it'll just stitch one at a time here. So make sure the adhesive is covering the letters as well. A little time with these eyes. Well, maybe I can flip it this way and go this way instead. And before I start the machine, I like to have a ruler in my hand to kind of, I'm not holding the fabric down, but I'm just trying to, I'm holding it down, but not with applying pressure because I don't want it to slow or mess up the machine stitching. So. Okay. All right. So yeah, remember I put stops in there because I was gonna do it separately. So I'm just standing here by the machine and just hit the button again for it to go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna just sew it all on at one time or tack it down at one time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Okay. And another note, since I stitched out the M and then did the next M, that leaves a space between for the A's. With that, be sure that if you number it that way, that you make sure the fabric is still flat so it don't bubble on your A's, if that makes sense. Because it's going M, skip the A, going to the next M. And because it skipped the A, sometimes that fabric will bubble. So just be careful, make sure it was doing the M to the M, that it's flat. Okay, we got one more letter to go. And this is just a tack down. You don't want to put your hand in the path of the stitch wheel. Use a ruler or something. You still don't want that machine to stitch over that. All righty. All right, so I normally show y'all, but you can't really see it because it's red and it's blending in. So I'm just going to turn y'all a little bit, angle you down, because now since it tacked it down, I'm just going to just go ahead and cut the fabric. And when I was explaining that I would use a bigger hoop because this is about where the bottom of the letters are. Using a bigger hoop, that'll give you a little bit more. That way your scissors are not sticking. So that's what I was talking about. I would sometimes just use a bigger hoop. So it's going to take a little time. So looking at this, a little bit of my fabric did not get, well, no, it made it. Let's see. Just a tiny side of it didn't catch adhesive because I didn't put adhesive all the way to the end of it. This is a sample, so, you know, just remember to be sure that your adhesive covers it. I forgot about that side there. It had a little bit more fabric. And this is the most tedious part of this. This is where if you're doing an HTV, heat transfer vinyl, this is where you're able to just, well, after it does the finishing stitches, this is where you'll just kind of pull off the heat transfer vinyl. Yeah, in the comments, how many, if you do applique, excuse me, how many people use duckbill scissors? And these are duckbill scissors because they have the little thing here. That's the duckbill. How many of you all use duckbill scissors? Drop it down in the comments. Just something I want to know. Miss Betty said that she does. Anybody else use duckbill scissors? I have not. Okay. What's this here? And she's saying, I have not become as confident with using duckbill as I am with the curved ones. Okay, that's common. It's like you either love the duckbill or you love the other ones. You know, it depends on what you start with. I like these because that's what I started out with, and that's what I'm comfortable with. And JNK Style says, have one but never used it. And Crafty Puttawana is saying, I use duckbill scissors to cut the stabilizer from the garment. Once I'm done, I use curved scissors for applique. Awesome. Okay, so this is something that I've seen and I've researched, y'all, because I think a lot of people sometimes, and tell me how y'all use your duckbill scissors. The purpose of the part right here, the duckbill, is to protect your fabric, right? So when you're cutting, let's see here. When you're cutting, I'm left-handed, right? So naturally, when I'm cutting, I'm going to go this way, right? I'm going to go, well, no, which is the way I'm going to, naturally, I'm going to go like so. So this is where the fabric ends at, right? It's attached here. So naturally, if I'm left-handed, I'm just going to cut up against the line, right? I wish I had something better to show this. Trying to think if I have anything. And I don't. Okay, but with the duckbill scissors, oh, y'all, I wish I had something to show this closer. It's like you're going the other way. So whenever, like, this is the side that I'm trying to, yo, golly, this is, let me see if I can find something. Because I might have to just do a video on it just to show, because I think a lot of people use duckbill scissors incorrectly. And so let's see here. So you know what? Let me finish this first, y'all. Hold that thought. Because I don't know, it drives me nuts because I think a lot of people use them the wrong way. So I want to show y'all. First, let's get back to business. Let's get this back on here. And then I'm gonna show y'all what I think how the duckbill scissors are supposed to be used. And y'all let me know what you think. But first, and get back to business, let's go ahead and get this on the machine. But y'all hold that thought because I've been really on the fence about making a video about it because I think a lot of people do not use them the right way. There you go, stick it on the frame there. Now hold that thought, y'all. Hold that thought. This way it gets tricky. My scissors tend to get hung up on the frame. And I'm not real confident or comfortable using these here. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut some more out of there. Yes. And y'all, another thing why I like this design because it has a nice thick satin stitch on here too. And when you do an applique, you'll appreciate a nice thick satin stitch or finishing stitch. The struggle with this magnetic hoop with these scissors. Don't get me wrong, I love these magnetic hoops though. With applique, it tends to get stuck here. All right, y'all. And somebody might tell me I'm using these wrong because I'm not. I bought these just to try them out to try to see if it's something that can help with getting around these magnetic hoops. So thank y'all for your patience. Almost done here. Well, I got most of it done. Still gonna take a little bit of time though. Yeah, I am switching these these scissors, y'all. Lord. Sorry for the noise, y'all. Just realize that this might be real loud to y'all. Be dropping those scissors. Sorry about that. Oh, y'all, I think I cut a stitch there. We just have to see if the machine catch it. This is the part that takes the longest. One thing I love about applique and also with embroidery, you watch that design like really come to life right before your eyes. You know, like this was in fast forward, you can totally see this coming together. I love it. Just going back in and clean this up just a little bit, and then I still have some more of the other letters to cut out. Y'all have the most patience. So I know this takes a while, this part here. It's also probably a good type of project to kind of help get your mind off stuff sometimes, you know, help you escape a little bit. Just don't get in a hurry. Take your time, slow down. All right, now I got to get the A and then the inside of the A. Ooh, the tweezers. Try to hold the fabric and pull it up while I cut. That way I don't end up cutting through the project. Oh, yeah, I nicked it again. I'm going to see if the satin stitch is going to catch it. It happens, y'all. I think this is just a sample as well. Whenever you're doing an applique design, before you put it on whatever is going on, it's always a good idea to pre-stitch it on like a sample of something. That way you can see how much you really need to cut to kind of get familiar with that design, you know. Now this is shredding like I didn't even put the heat and bind on. And if you don't apply it correctly, that is something that can happen. So maybe I didn't put enough heat on it or something, but I still see that it's kind of shredding some, shredding more than normal if you have heat and bond light on the back of it. Y'all, the real MVPs hanging on in there. I'll go back to the comments if there are any comments in just a moment. I nicked up some stitches tonight. I'm gonna see if that stitch is the satin stitch is gonna catch it. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. I'm gonna blame it on the scissors. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I really got botched this up. We're gonna see if that satin stitch is gonna catch it. Yes, I did some botching this up. My goodness, what was I doing? Yeah, if y'all have any questions, type those in there. No, I'm not saying anything right now. I'm trying to concentrate. I done messed up on here. And we'll see if I cut it short enough for it to not that fabric to peek through there. Yeah, I think I heat and bond did right tonight. Well, I didn't do something right because it's really like really shredding. Okay, so to get the inside of the A, I usually like to use a little straight pen. Ouch. The straight pen to just kind of slightly hold up that the inside of the A so I can get my scissors in and make a little nick so I can get in there. Then I'll hold it with some tweezers to kind of lift it up away from your product to be sure that you don't nick your project underneath the fabric. Thank y'all for hanging in there. Almost done, y'all. The most tedious part of this applique. And so if you're a beginner at this, it's maybe start off with just something small, like how we did the towels. Just start off with something small so you don't get discouraged. Because if this was a first project for me, I'm like, I quit. But just start off with something small, and then as you go, then do somewhat different type of projects with adding layers. As far as the difficulty um, level of it. All right, so I see a lot of shredded fabric here. Maybe it didn't do right or something. Or I didn't do something right. So I'm gonna try to catch this little piece here. Yes, indeed. This is really shredding a lot. Like I even put no heating bond on it. Well, y'all witnessed me do it. And usually I do with a heat press. It's been a while since I used the iron to do it. So maybe the heat and the pressure had something to do with it. Maybe I didn't do that part right. So let's see here. Just trying to clean it up a little bit more. Okay. Thank y'all for hanging in there, guys. Y'all, you're the real MVPs. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So far, let me tilt y'all up just a second. Sorry for shaking you up. Hey. So this is what we got. So, oh y'all, that is so pretty. That's stitched out beautifully. So now I'm gonna take this and put it back on the machine and let it do the satin stitch, right? So let's turn y'all a little bit here. All right, to the machine. Now I'll come back with the comments, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about those duckbill scissors, y'all. All right, here we go. And when I'm sliding the hoop back on there, I'll get it kind of started up underneath those little the arm rails, and then I hold the pantograph. Pantograph. I don't know what the name of it is. Probably saying it wrong, but I just kind of hold this on the back side back there, just to be sure that it doesn't move the frame of the machine. But sometimes when you're putting it back on with applique, you might shift it a little bit, then that's going to mess your design all up. Okay, so my arm is free. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, thank y'all for your patience. Let's catch up with the comments here. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, I have not become as comfortable with using the duckbills. I use the curve and border ones. Okay, awesome. And you see, you're amazing. I do, and I like using curves as a seal. Awesome. Okay, J&K styles. Have one, but never used it. Okay. And I use this to cut the stabilizer from the garment when I'm done. Curve for the applique. Okay, awesome. And it depends on your preference, y'all. You know, that's a great thing about applique scissors, you know, because they even have someone that use those little orange ones. They are not my favorite. These here, so they still in the pack. I bought like two pair a few years ago because I see we're doing applique. A lot of people still using these. After using those duckbill scissors, the one that I use, these don't seem sharp enough for me. So it's just your personal preference, you know. Okay, so in other words, the thicker part goes behind the fabric. Are those 4-inch letters? They're 3-inch letters, Miss Andrea. I love applique, so pretty. That's pretty. Thank y'all. That's beautiful. Okay, so what I was saying about the applique scissors. So say for instance, I'm gonna use this like I'm trying to cut the fabric like applique, right? So, and I'm left-handed. I hope y'all, if you're right-handed, you'll be able to relate to this. Okay, so this is just a sample that I stitched out. So when you grab scissors, you actually seem like you want to just pick it up and cut this way, right? Because this is probably how you were taught in school, that you want to put your blade against what you're cutting, right? If you're trying to cut around that, you're trying to cut here, you use your blade that way, right? But actually the duckbill part of the scissors is supposed to protect your project, right? So say for instance, and I hope y'all can see this at this angle. If this is my applique part here, say for instance, this is my applique. Naturally, you want to go this way, right? To cut straight up against it. But with the duckbill, it's like you going in from the other direction, almost like you're doing it backwards. So if I'm doing applique, this is my applique piece I'm trying to cut around, right? So I'm trying to protect my applique, so my duckbill is going to go on top of the fabric. I hope y'all getting that. Because when you're cutting the blade, this goes underneath, this goes on top, because you're trying to protect your project. So it looks like so. And I hope y'all can see this. Let me cut this out the way. One moment. Where the scissors when you need them. One moment, y'all. Okay, here they are. So let me do this here. And actually, let's cut this off because this is probably in the way. Okay, so I'm trying to cut around this. This is my applique piece. We're going to imagine that this is the applique piece. So my scissors are going to go in kind of backwards. I'm trying to protect this, so the duckbill goes on top of what you're trying to protect. So my blade will go underneath the fabric. And I usually just kind of hold the fabric up a little bit, and you just go in and cut like that. And you're protecting your applique on top. That's the purpose of the duckbill. And your blade is underneath. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the blade is underneath. So that's where you're cutting as close as you can. And they're not cutting this thick fabric here. But this is to protect your fabric. That's why this goes on top of your applique. But I see where some people, they'll use it this way, where the duckbill is underneath the fabric. You're not trying to protect what's under here. You're trying to protect what's up here. So if they're cutting and the blade is on top, you're not protecting anything. If the blade is up here, right? If the blade is on top of your applique, you're not protecting anything. The purpose of the duckbill is to protect your fabric or your applique that you're going around. Let me know if that helped, y'all, or if you understand, or am I looking at things the wrong way? Let me know what y'all think. I love duckbill from this Eva Marie Talbot, and I love duckbill. Just needed them to be left-handed, and I got them. Awesome. I'm glad you got some left-handed ones. That's awesome. That is awesome, because we need left-handed. If you're crafting, it's best to have, if you're left-handed or right-handed, if you're mostly left-handed, get your left-handed stuff. But some people are even-handed, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I hope that helped y'all. And y'all let me know what y'all think if you use the duckbill scissors. Let me know what y'all think. Because I've seen so many videos where people, in my opinion, I think they're using them wrong. I'll try it. Maybe I did it wrong. I use it the other way. And to each his own. You know, if it works for you, keep doing it. But the purpose of the duckbill, I thought, was to protect your fabric, what you're going around. So it's almost like you got to approach it like from the opposite way that mentally you would do it, if that makes sense. Yeah. Can you show me how to use them? I have them and haven't used them. Okay. Great info. That makes sense. Awesome. Let me see if I can find, because I tried to give you that angle. I know it's not the best. What I might have to do is go back and use my phone to record like a video, to do like an overhead type of view, because I know what you're doing and I'm trying to tilt the computer. I know it's probably not the best view, right? So, and that's from Miss Linda Casey, Crafting Cousins and More. Okay, so I'll take the time. It won't be tonight though, but I'll just record a video and you'll check for that. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, but just let me know what y'all think, and also try it out and see if it works better. especially if you're seeing where you're using those duckbill scissors and you're approaching it the other way and you're cutting your project a lot, you know. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, but I'll do that. I'll have to do like a and actually showing that video that I did, you should be able to see it on there how I use them. But I'll go back because there needs to be like a type of some type of instruction or some type of small video. Yes. So I don't know if y'all get any value, y'all remember to give it a thumbs up over here, please. Thank you. And if it's anyone that y'all think that will benefit from these type of lives, please share it out to them as well. And if you were here from the beginning, again, I hope y'all got some value tonight. I know it was a little long, just showing y'all the breakdown of the design. But I hope y'all got some value out of it. Yeah. Let me see. I forgot to see if it's catching my mistake over here. Yeah, I think it caught it. I don't see where it's at. Yeah. So it's a nice thick what you call it, satin stitch on there. I'm stepping away for just a moment. Y'all be right back. That red is really pretty, y'all. Y'all didn't know we've been on here this long. We've been on 2 hours already. Thank y'all for hanging out. Like really, y'all, it really means a lot that y'all take out time of y'all evening to hang out over here. Just a moment. All right. Move this stuff, put this away while that's finishing up. Also, y'all give me some ideas of some projects that y'all would like to see over here. Don't say hat, okay? Look at me. Don't say hat. I've only done one hat, okay? I'm not ready to do that on live. But give me some ideas of some different things that y'all would like to see done. And again, we try to focus more on technique over here. We don't get in a rush to do a project, because we learn a technique. And as you learn the technique, then you go for it, right? So let me know some of the things that y'all would like to see done over here, just to give me some ideas. Y'all have to go to my TikTok and see when I did my first hat, y'all. Oh my gosh. Do I sew? Pretty Eyes Covington, I sew a straight line. And I make the bib and bird cloths, but I make those in the hoop, right? So I do go and top stitch those, but I still need some help with that, y'all, because sometimes that curve don't be doing what it's supposed to do. Sometimes it don't be straight. So I tell my customer, if you see why I didn't quite do it the right way or it's off a little bit, just remember it was done with love. So, but look, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I'm going to pull up my TikTok to show y'all how excited I was when I did my first hat, right? So let me see if I can pull that up and share that, y'all. Y'all, it was something else here. I posted it on TikTok. Let me see if I can share my screen. Since we have, it's finishing up the A right now, but let's see. Share my screen. Okay, so, and I hope y'all can hear it. The machine is going. Let me see if my volume is on. No, you can't hear it. Start. Okay, let me see if I can start again. Let me know. All right, guys, I am super nervous. This is my first time doing a hat. We're gonna go ahead and hit start. Fingers crossed. I'm running at about 700. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's done. It is done. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. This is so exciting. Oh my God, my first hat. Oh my God, y'all. I get so tickled, y'all. This is my first time doing Were y'all able to hear that? Y'all, so look, that was my first hat. That's the only one I've done, y'all. Okay, so but yeah, something she wanted to know if I sew. I wanted to do some little simple sewing projects. I made little skirts for little girls, little simple skirts. I made a few of those before. But I just keep it real simple. Do you sew, Pretty Eyes Covington? That's what I do is hats. We're gonna have to wait on the hats, y'all. Okay, and just I had to use my hat attachment. If you do, I will. You're gonna have to wait, Miss Andrea. And Miss Eva, tell her to say I like to do bib and bird cloths and hoop. Those are awesome. I love doing those in the hoop as well. I love doing them. They're so very easy. Let me put this computer up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna cover the camera just a second because I'm about to move it. I don't want to make y'all dizzy. All right, y'all. And I need to get a paper towel to wipe the camera just to be. Y'all heard that? It stopped, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me get a paper towel to wipe it because I know sometimes the oil from the camera would make it dirty. Blurry. Y'all, the machine stopped. OMG. Look at there, y'all. I do see a little bit of my fabric kind of peeking through, just a tad bit. But if you don't embroider, you'll probably never even notice it. It looks like it did take care of where I nicked the fabric. It was the bottom of the A. This is why I like this design because the satin stitch is so thick. Y'all, look at the tension, y'all. Look at the tension, y'all. Now, if I had to say perfect tension, this is it. It's a perfect ratio because your top thread needs to be like 2/3 of it. Your bobbin needs to be 1/3. I'll say this is perfect tension. And yes, I'm probably saying it because it's my machine and I did it, right? Because I went through the trouble trying to get that tension done. Oh my goodness, y'all. I love this. Y'all ready to see it? Y'all gotta put some yeses in the comments over here, y'all. If y'all ready to see it. It came out really nice. And again, this is just a sample fabric. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all said yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna show y'all in the hoop. Y'all look at the colors. That red is popping. Look at that. And I'm not see. Let me see where I can see some of the fabric peeking through. And it could have been a me error because I probably didn't apply enough heat or pressure to that. Not really pressure. I probably didn't apply the heat the right way to that heat and bond. Because that fabric, you normally wouldn't see it fraying as you're cutting it. So just a tiny bit there. I don't know if y'all can see some of that peeking through there. And if you don't embroider, you probably wouldn't even really notice it. And will I sell this? I probably would. I'll just take my Snag Nab-it or take a little something to kind of maybe poke it back in there if I can get it to go back in there. And it still, to me, can sell it because it's not like a whole bunch of fabric, right? But I think that came out really nice. The red is really popping. I love it, y'all. So since I did this on scrap fabric, let me take a thumbnail, y'all. Even though I'm probably gonna take another one afterwards though. But let's see here. I'm probably gonna take another one. No, I'm gonna wait because I want to show y'all something else I want to show y'all tonight. So let's see here. I'm probably gonna have to sit y'all back down lower. Okay, move some things off of the station here. Okay, let me read the comments here. Beautiful. That's so nice. Thank y'all. Lovely. Beautiful. No, I can't see it. It's good. Awesome. Did she? Oh, I froze up, y'all. Hope I'm back. Am I back, y'all? Okay. Let me just put it back up there because I know y'all was saying I froze. And this again is just on sample fabric for the ones that didn't see it. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So am I back? I'm back. I see Miss Andrea saying yes and Eva Marie saying yes. Am I back now? Because I want to show y'all one more thing and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Because we've been over here more than 2 hours already, y'all. I try not to hold y'all too late. That's why I usually try to get busy with the project. Yes, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let me show you what I wanted to, another tip I want to share. And y'all, I'll tell you, I get so excited about embroidery. Y'all, I can talk about it all the time. So I know I'm probably wearing y'all out with all the different stuff, right? So let's see here. I'm going to move this again. Well, let me see if I can angle y'all down to see if you can see what I'm doing. Y'all can see that okay? Put a number 1 in there if you can see everything okay. Because I know the last question was a yes. But put a number 1 in there if you can see it. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of here. Let's turn this heater off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the hoop. Okay, set this to the side, y'all. And I'm just rolling the little fabric off of there. So I'll show y'all how to stage this, y'all. So I just have a black t-shirt here. So the folding is probably not going to be perfect. This is just for demonstration purposes. Just fold your shirt down. And this is a way that you can save on using your product to do pictures to post your designs, right? Okay, so just kind of fold it like so. And this works, y'all, because this is something that I did. I just posted this like this, and I sewed some shirts this way. So I'm going to back up a step here. I'm going to go ahead and cut around to remove the stabilizer. Just giving it a rough cut here. I probably could have left some of it on there to give it a little structure, but we're going to see here. And some of y'all might know this already, but this is, because I've seen it done with little kid shirts. This also works for adults, y'all. Okay, so open it back up and flatten it out. And then maybe you kind of folded your shirt here. And you just sit this on top. Because remember, I tell y'all about this by the yard, right? So I'm gonna fold it down like so. It's not gonna be perfect. Now it's not perfect, y'all, but you can stage this like this is a t-shirt, right? It's not perfect. The folding is not perfect, but you see where this looks like just a t-shirt that you're selling. Post it on your page, and it looks like a t-shirt. And again, I just use knit fabric or t-shirt fabric from Joann's, and from you can also get it from Hobby Lobby. From Hobby Lobby, I think it tends to be a little thinner. So, and this if you do t-shirts with applique. I'm not too fond of doing embroidery, like full stitches on t-shirts, because to me, in my opinion, I just don't feel like it is thick enough. But applique would normally be fine. So let me know what y'all think about that. This is a perfect way to use fabric and to stage it like a t-shirt. And it works because I staged this like this and sewed some t-shirts this way. Adult t-shirts. So let me know what y'all think. So give me one moment and I'll move y'all so I can get back over here. Alrighty, I'm back, y'all. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, now I need to take my thumbnail, y'all, now that it's presentable. So let me see if I can hold it without it coming undone. Y'all let me know in the comments what do y'all think of this. Let me see if it looked like a shirt here. I have to fold it back. Oh, that angle is not straight. Yeah, I'm gonna get my thumbnail, y'all. Be patient with me. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know how those look, but I'll take some later if it's not okay. So what y'all think about that, y'all? Okay, Miss Rhonda said it looks great, and great tip from Karen. All right, y'all. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I think that is all for tonight. Y'all, we've been on here almost 2.5 hours, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me tonight. And until next time, let me read back up ideas here. Okay. All right, y'all. Great. So, love it. Thank you, Miss Veronica. Thank you. So, y'all, that is going to be it for tonight. Have a good night, everyone, and stay safe. Awesome. That's just good, Miss Veronica, because the weather has been crazy. But, y'all, thank y'all for hanging out. And until next time, we'll see y'all next week. And I'm going to try my best to like pre-schedule it again to let y'all know roughly what time. So until next time, y'all, we'll see y'all, but y'all look for the notification to see when I'm going to go live again. Y'all, good night. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate y'all. Good night, y'all.